G'day. How you all going? Steve-O here. Ada, how you doing?
Good, mate. Welcome back.
Pattaya Downunder, of course.
I'll let you lead, mate. You fucked it up.
Take it easy, will ya?
Welcome to episode 3, season 3 of Pattaya Downunder. There you go. It's not hard.
You got it right this time. I like it.
Okay.
So the last one we did, we were talking about. What were we talking about? Sorry, we talked about a few things, but it was an email we got from Sweden.
Yeah. In regards to his...
there was one thing I wanted to mention in that episode. One thing I forgot to mention in that episode was that at the bottom of that email, he mentioned that he's been talking to a lot of other girls, which was great.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't just talking to one.
Yeah.
He was talking to other girls, but he said that they all, like they were fake, and they just said what he wanted to hear, whereas this one talked to him differently, right? And look, that's a good start for that. Like, I mean, if you find one that is not just telling you what you want to hear,
that's also a positive.
and you can talk to them,
that
is a good thing. If you can talk to them and you can actually have a conversation with them, that's great. So, and when I was talking to one of the girls over there, I could actually have a conversation with her. Whereas one that I spoke to, she used to just stare at the camera, and I'd be saying something, and maybe she'd be just like, "Oh, okay," and that's it. I'm like, "Talk."
Is that Mandy?
Yes. And
fuck it, Nam. She's a cunt. I'm going to say her name. Anyway.
Oh my god. Anyway,
is she a cunt?
Oh, she's all right. And I just it was hard to talk sometimes, but I will say that at one time she all of a sudden just spoke and just was like talking normal and having a great conversation on it, and then that was it. Never did it again, and I'm like, I don't get it.
Bipolar.
I don't know. Very hard to deal with, so I didn't.
Yep.
I stopped talking, but anyway. So that's a good one, Sweden. If you're actually able to have a good conversation with them, that's a good start. It really is.
Yep.
So again, I hope if you're over there, I hope it works out, mate. I really do. I really hope it works out. But just keep your eyes open.
All right. So
we'll get on to the next one. Are we mentioning any?
No, he wants to remain anonymous. I can't. That is a tongue twister for me. Remain anonymous.
Remain anonymous.
Yep.
Okay. All right. G'day guys. Oh, I said his name. G'day guys. If you read out some of the stuff on the show from my email, please use an alias. He's actually nominated a name here.
He has.
So we'll go with the nominated name.
Jay.
Feel free to read out as it takes or take certain points.
So we will. We'll read this out as we go. We'll discuss as we go. Yep.
Yeah. I just wanted to say I stumbled upon your podcast on Spotify and have enjoyed it. It's like listening to two mates talk in a bar over a beer, and it's really fun. Listen, thank you guys.
Yeah. Well, we don't. Yeah. We're not drinking beer though, but that's pretty much what it is. That's why
we do drink it.
We do. Yeah. We mentioned in our last episode about the ums and ahs. It's just so hard. But I just feel like if we try not to and ah, it might start to sound a bit scripted and not real. So
that's what I said to you. Just natural.
I think fucking and ah, mate. We just put up with it. We're and ahhing.
It's too hard. It's too hard. We just talk naturally this way.
Anyway, we'll continue. I'm an Aussie expat based in Bangkok and have been here for 2 years. I moved here during the COVID-19 pandemic and was one of the few Aussies to be approved to leave the country at the time. I did 2 weeks quarantine in Bangkok. I must confess that while I've been to Pattaya 3 times since I came here, it was all over a year ago and I'm not familiar with it. I've never seen Walking Street open. In fact, the first time I went there in November 2021, no bars were allowed to open. Bangkok was tumbleweeds the first 6 months I was here. You just can't have imagined it.
I can't. No. I have to say, through the time it was closed and I was talking to a few girls over there, I did see photos. And, people were taking photos of, Soy 6, whenever everything, just every single door, everything was just shut. And it was just tumbleweeds, as you said. That's true. And it was horrible to see because you go there and it's such a buzzing, lively community, It's really hard to believe that it was like that once.
You can't have imagined it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You don't often hear Thailand from an Aussie perspective, and it's refreshing. Most of the Expat Vid podcast is by North Americans or Brits And whilst good on them, it's good to hear stuff from an Aussie point of view. And being here, I surprisingly don't often meet that many Aussies in Bangkok and miss hearing the slang and lingo sometimes. On to my points from various episodes. Before we've had a couple of people who from Australia have said stuff like that to us,
that's pretty much the premise of this whole podcast. Is just
that's why we call it Pattaya Downunder.
It's an Aussie perspective because he's right, and good on him because I like watching other vloggers and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're all North American Brits.
A lot of Brits.
Mostly.
I finally
a lot of Brits. Yeah,
a lot of Brits.
And they're great. I love watching them. They're really informative. I get all my information from them. Half the shit I dribble out on here comes from them.
Yeah, and half some of the podcasts that I've been listening to, they're Brits.
Yeah.
Brits with more Brits on their show.
Yeah. But Aussies are probably, us Aussies are probably the coolest of the lot, and we just don't have enough of us.
Oh, people are going to stop listening.
Anyway, so his points from various episodes.
Yes.
The second time I went to Pattaya was December 2021, and that was just after a soft reopening of Thailand. I went with a mate. Almost everybody we knew or met on that trip got COVID from bars in Pattaya, including my mate. It was swirling around due to the soft reopening. Despite the fact I sat next to him in the car on the way back with all windows closed and was face to face with expats and travellers that had it when I met them, I never got it. But it was a bit of a downer. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that too. We had it here and we were in lockdown.
Yeah, well, yeah. At least he was in Pattaya.
Yeah. Well, it was closed.
Yeah.
On the shows I've heard so far, you have mostly discussed Bolt and not Grab. Grab is far more popular in Thailand, although Bolt is supposed to be cheaper. I've never used Bolt as wait times seem very unreliable, which we experienced.
Yeah.
Even worse than Grab these days. There is also another app called InDriver, which allows you to negotiate fares. Never seen or used it. For a reliable app, just download Grab. It is by far the most reliable and popular. Uber no longer exists and was bought out by Grab in 2018. Grab works in Bangkok and some major centres. Once you get out into the provinces, forget it. You need your own transport.
Yeah. I think
we never used Grab, did we?
No, I've mentioned Grab a few times. But we've never used it. Yeah,
We tried Bolt, but then we went to motorbike taxis.
Yeah, I didn't like Bolt. We'll give Grab a go. That other one he mentions, InDriver. I know here in Australia we've got one called Oi. I think it's Oi, where you can actually,
Here we've got Oi.
Yeah, I think it's Oi, something like that. You punch your destination in, and then you put in the price that you think's reasonable, and then a driver will come back to you and say, and so you can negotiate before.
Oh, same thing then.
Now, I've tried to use it a couple of times, but drivers aren't going to go, yeah, all right, no worries. They'd rather stick with Uber or or DD, which is another one I use. So it doesn't really work. Yeah. So give it a go, but don't. I wouldn't rely on that one, InDriver.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to do the next part because this is something we've discussed before.
SIM card kiosks at the airport arrivals hall. Yeah. Obviously, they were shut when I first came here and was whisked away by people in biosuits. But when they were there when I left again But when they were there when I left again in August 2022, I think he means they were there again when he left in August.
2022.
Yeah.
So because we had that discussion, we weren't sure, when we saw it this year when we went.
Yeah.
But we didn't really. I mean, we never noticed whether it was. We kept hearing, as we discussed with other YouTubers and podcasters, that go downstairs to this kiosk. So I don't know, but August 2022. Maybe it's something that's before COVID. Because our last trip was 2019. No, January 2020.
Yeah. Yep.
We were going to go back again in April.
Yep.
So 2020. So, maybe it was around at that stage and we didn't notice it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't know. I'm usually too excited to get out of the airport to worry about it. Like I said, I normally just get in it because we were staying in Bangkok and there was no hurry.
Yeah.
That's why. Otherwise, if we were going to Pattaya, I would have done the same. I would not have bothered. I would have just gone down to Pattaya, wake up the next morning, bought a SIM card and done it then. So
you're not wrong about the heat. And when you guys came, it probably was during the hottest period of weather. April and May was intense.
See? We told you it was hot.
I know it is still hot.
Yeah.
So I don't know that it was as hot as it was when we were there, but it's still in the 30s at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck, it's Thailand.
And that's normal. 30s is okay.
I have 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Hot, very hot, and fucking hot. It's always hot.
Although
January's maybe not. Yeah, January is probably not that bad.
Yeah, January. I think the hottest day we had when we went in January was like 27 or 28.
Yeah, it wasn't that hot.
It wasn't.
But it was hot.
It was hot. Yeah, I think the best time to go is probably February when it's just starting
I want to try February because apparently the weather's not that bad. It's starting to warm up. There are still people there. It's not high season, but there's still a few people around.
Yeah.
So February.
Well, our friend said the best time to go is February.
Yeah.
And he's going in February.
But he goes to Phuket a lot though. Is he going in to Pattaya or Phuket?
I don't know because
I know his girlfriend's from Phuket.
Yeah, I don't know because I said to him, he said you're going to come, and I said, look, I have to see how my job goes, what's going on with my work. I'd like to. I wanted to go this year, but it's not going to happen. I wouldn't mind going back next year, just for a small stint. And February, he said February is the best weather because it's not too hot and it's not cold.
Yeah.
And it's just right. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't think I'll be getting back. Like I said, I think I said in the previous one, I want to stay a bit longer than usual. So I wouldn't be able to get back there this year. And I don't want to go April. February is probably an option, but it might be too early. So we'll see.
April's too hot.
April's too hot. This next one's yours because I've never been to this place.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
When did I go?
You went with the laundry lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the reggae bar.
Not sure if you know about Trench Town. Is run by a couple of young Aussie lads from the Gold Coast, I think. Nice guys. Actually, I did go to Trench Town, yes.
You did, yes.
When I read Trench Town, I thought it was like Tree Town, you know?
Yeah,
big, but Trench Town I did. It was a little bar, a little reggae bar.
I think there's a couple of them. There could be 2. I think there's one in Metro, OK Metro, and there's one in Soi Buakhao. Which one did you go to?
The one in Elko Metro.
Okay, yeah. There's one. So and I think there's one in Soi Buakhao, possibly.
Right.
I could be wrong, but I think.
No, I went to the one in Elko Metro, and it was pretty a nice bar.
Yeah.
A couple of guys there were dancing, and
hang on. What do you mean? A couple of guys were dancing?
A couple of English guys were there dancing. So,
with each other?
Kind of.
Were they gay?
I don't know.
Who were they dancing with?
Each other.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But it was
hey.
No one else was dancing. Like it was actually like good luck to them. I don't care. But it was just like it wasn't a lot of people in there. There was like
were they dancing seductively?
No.
I'll
give them that much. No.
So they were just pissed.
Probably. There was about 12 people in the entire bar, and they were the only 2 dancing. And they kept badgering the band to play certain songs they wanted to hear. And then they started paying him, and then the band was going, okay, the next one. and as soon as I started the song, they're looking and going, why isn't it this one? So they were getting pretty upset.
Yeah.
The band, I'll give the band credit because they handled it very well. Like these guys are getting pretty upset, but they handled it very well.
Yeah.
But it was still a fun night. It was okay. The next one, did we say something about this?
Yeah, so I heard that sunscreen was illegal.
Oh.
But because you put sunscreen on, you go in the ocean, the chemicals in the sunscreen destroys the coral and all that kind of crap. But sunscreen is not illegal. Only certain types of sunscreen containing certain types of chemicals are. He's left us a link.
Oh, did you click the link?
I'm just doing it now. Okay. Let's see where it takes us.
All right, okay.
Oh, TAT News. TAT News.
Okay.
What does that stand for? Thailand Authority... No, something Authority of Thailand. Tourist Authority of Thailand.
You read it. I'll read the next part. Then you come back and tell us what it says.
Oh, okay.
One Night in Bangkok song. You mentioned on the show you thought this was banned in Bangkok, maybe 30 to 35 years ago, probably. And who knows with Thailand, but it is definitely played in a lot if you hang around foreigner-friendly bars in Bangkok. I doubt anyone cares anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Which we did say that.
I honestly think... Maybe not even 30 years ago, maybe say 10 years ago, because I know I've been there and searched and looked for it on YouTube to play it, and I couldn't find it. It was like, it wasn't there, so I thought it must be banned. So maybe that's more recent than 30 years.
So you thought it was banned?
Well,
did you
only
ask?
Because I couldn't find it on, you search YouTube, you just go on YouTube and search One Night in Bangkok, bang, it's there.
But
that and our podcast will come up.
Okay, but did you ask anyone while?
No, I didn't. No, I just assumed because I know that a lot of things are restricted in certain countries.
Sure.
So when that happened, I've just gone, well, maybe it's because it doesn't paint Bangkok in a light
bad way. No,
it does in a bad way. Yeah. Have you heard the lyrics?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it talks about the bars and, all that kind of stuff.
Try and say that's not real.
Yeah, but Steve-O, have we not figured
I know, the ties, I know.
That doesn't happen over there, mate. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Nothing to see.
They don't even have illegal, they don't have illegal e-cigarettes either.
Yeah, people just drinking beer. That's all that's going on in there.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, the sunscreen. So, it just says make sure your sunscreen is not on the banned list in Thailand. So there's 4 chemicals, and they are oxybenzone, or benzophone 3BP3, octinoxate, or ethylhexyl, methylbenzolide samphor, and butylparaben. Anyway, you can find that information on the Tourist Authority of Thailand news.
So
yeah,
we did bring our own suntan lotion.
Yep.
But I don't know. I didn't know about that. So
yeah, I have mentioned that in the previous. Yeah, obviously we've mentioned in the previous podcast. Cause,
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'll read the next one because you can read the last part because you're going to enjoy reading.
Yes, I will. Right? I have a lot of. Yeah.
I've been out to Kanchanaburi 2 times. I missed the Anzac Day service, but have been to Hellfire Pass and the cemeteries. When I was walking around one of the Kanchanaburi cemeteries, I saw another Aussie bloke wearing an Australian cricket cap and said, "G'day." Turns out to live not far from my parents in the same suburb. Small world. That's good. I actually like that too. When you meet someone from Australia and it's like, where are you from? I'm from Melbourne. You're from Melbourne? Where are you from Melbourne?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's like Zach and Carlos from Playgirls.
Playgirls, yeah.
Live down. I used to work down at Keysborough. They're from Keysborough. It's like,
it was pretty cool.
I used to work there.
I really enjoyed having a drink with them because like they're us. They're Melbourne boys.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were good guys actually.
Yeah, they're good. They're good boys. They're good.
Really good fun.
One of them actually, Zach's party soon. That might give away our recording when we're recording this, but Zach's having his birthday party at Playgirls soon. I think it might be.
Has it already happened? Or
might have been the weekend gone, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was the weekend gone, or this weekend coming, I'm not sure.
I'd say get out there, but I think it's already happened.
Yeah. So he also says, have to agree, fuck Jetstar.
Oh, you're going to love reading that.
I only use Thai Airways when travelling back and forth to Melbourne. Fuck Jetstar. Don't get me going. Don't get me started.
Look, I've only, I think I only had one when we came back from Sydney from that funeral. Was that Jetstar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only time I've had a bad experience.
Yeah.
But I've had a bad experience with Qantas too.
Yeah, well, we're talking about Thai Airways here, mate.
Yeah, where's our money?
Yeah, well, it's coming. They told us it's coming.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They told us it's coming. I've flown with Thai Airways a dozen times and I've never had an issue.
Except they kept our money.
They haven't kept our money. They're taking their time. Do you have
your money?
They're taking their time sending it back
to us. So at this point, they've kept it.
True. So that's it. Yeah, enough from me. Look forward to future episodes and having a laugh as I hear more stories and your take on Thailand. That's it. Yeah. Thanks,
Jay.
Jay. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, yeah.
Yeah.
And not fuck Thailand, Jetstar.
Hey. All right, sorry. Just working my way through here.
Well, with some of the things that he said with Kanchanaburi, I wonder what that's like going to the cemetery and going to Hellfire Pass when there isn't anyone around. Because we went, and it's just like full on, wasn't it? It was people everywhere, right?
I think it'd be more like, especially Hellfire Pass, be better for photo opportunities and stuff like that, I think.
Yeah, because we were people
everywhere. We couldn't really take some decent photos.
And mine are all shit because I just kept rushing everything.
Yeah.
So because my camera was a bit slow, I couldn't take good shots.
Yeah.
And it was just too rushed.
And because we drove there, I also wanted to sort of get out before the rush, you know. Imagine fucking all those people trying to get out in their cars and buses all at the same time. I thought, because they had the shotgun breakfast, I thought now's a good time to go because we're not going to have breakfast here. Everyone else will. We'll get out. And we did. We got got the car.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was pretty easy to get
out
out.
and down the road, and we were off.
But can you imagine waiting?
Yeah, so there weren't really any. That'd be the only advantage of going when it's not Anzac Day. But I guess what we could have done was probably go and visit Hellfire Pass the next day.
Stayed there and gone back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never thought of that, did we?
No, well, we could, that Fatui, whatever it was called, River Kwai, you go, like you said, spend a day or two there, and you could go to Irrawan Falls, you can go to Hellfire Pass, take some photos, do all that kind of stuff.
I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Drive from Bangkok, go straight to the Fatui Falls, as you said, or whatever hotel, whatever that place is, and stay there for about 2 nights, 3 days, because we never got to experience these pools and spas they had that are meant to be really good.
Yeah.
I've heard from other people now that are saying how great it is.
What was that? What was that noise?
I don't know.
It's someone not put their phone on silent again?
Probably. I don't know who that is. I got to remember to do that too. Hang on.
Just put it on silent.
I'm trying.
You're going to put on airplane mode. Don't know why you put it on. Just put it on silent. You get your messages still.
I did everything. It's okay. It's all good. No one's going to hear it again.
I think I've mentioned this before.
Oh my!
Steve-O is a computer whiz. Like he can get your computer, and he can. The only thing he can't do is hack government information. Right? That's about anything else he can do with a computer. His phone, he's a total fucking retard. I'm telling you, he has got no idea when it comes to fucking mobile phones or cell phones, whatever you want to call them.
I'm not arguing with you.
No, I know you're not. You'll lose.
I would grab my computer to watch a YouTube video before I grab my phone.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, look, we've got another short email we can read out.
Yep.
This one, again, we'll keep him. He's Paul. We'll call him Paul. I think Paul is from Australia, maybe? Or he could be English. No, anyway, look, we'll just leave it at Paul. He's just sent us a short, from the UK. I've got to read my emails before I
did read that, but when you said it, I was trying to remember.
Paul, when he says hello, lads, and keep it coming, lads, I probably should have guessed he was from the UK.
Hang on, which Paul? We've got 2 Pauls here.
Yes, we have. That Paul.
Oh.
There. I don't want to say his name. It's got his full name.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Have we read the other Paul one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, we're starting with this one.
Because that other Paul's a really long one. We'll do that.
Okay.
That'll be in a whole episode.
All right, go. All
right, so hello, lads. Thanks for all the content so far. I go on family holidays to Pattaya and Phuket from the UK, and the bars are not really my cup of tea. But me and my wife hoover up as much Thai content as possible. If we aren't planning a trip out there, then we are dreaming about it. I have no idea how you monetize Spotify, but I think you could 100% do this on YouTube and people would watch. Yep, Yep.
My fault, Paul. I said I was going to put this on video, and I didn't have the right connector, and I couldn't hook it up and do it. I'm trying to do it with a nice quality camera so that it matches the good audio equipment that we have, and that way it's not just some little. I've got my 360 camera. I could do it, but to bring it down to that 16:9 format, I would lose too much information.
Look, I guess at the end of the day, we've only got. At this stage, we've probably only got another 4 or 5 episodes.
But as I said,
worth of content.
And Paul, correct me if I say this, if you think I'm wrong in doing this, but I believe we should redo some of those episodes for YouTube.
That's what I was going to say. We can just go back and do them and record them on YouTube,
and just do them again. Because
if we run out of content on here, we can just start up a YouTube channel. Yeah, we'll start up a YouTube channel, but
we have
start again and discuss. Yeah. So that's possible. Yeah. You can, but I think you can monetize Spotify. There is a way to do it.
There is. We've looked into it, and there is a way to do it.
We've probably done ourselves out of a little bit of cash.
We haven't
not doing it, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? We never did this for money.
No, that's right. Absolutely.
We just enjoy. I mean, after we started, I mean, I've met a few people and told them that I've got this account, this Spotify thing. Just go and listen to it because. People get things out of it. It's great. I don't care.
We did at the footy on Saturday, I remember.
We did, yes, we did. So like it's. I just do it for fun. If we made money out of this, to me that'd be just like, oh, good, we'll use it to buy another microphone or buy a better camera or something. I don't know. But we wouldn't. I'm not.
Yeah.
These emails for me, this is just us doing it with getting other people telling us their stories.
Yeah.
For me, that's just meeting new people that have had the similar experience or not. So.
And if those guys that were in the bar and the Collingwood members at the footy on Saturday, if you are listening, welcome to the channel.
Yes, welcome to the channel. and you don't know this, but I met someone on the train and told them too.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
Everyone on the train heard, but
yeah. I was out on the way home. Yeah, Steve-O's. Yeah,
my hearing doesn't work when I think.
Your voice does.
I need hearing aids so that I can realise how loud I'm talking,
mate. Anyway, that's another
story.
Yeah,
that's not a Pattaya podcast.
No. Anyway, so if we're suggesting we do YouTube, people would watch. I agree. Look, it's on the cards. It's on the cards. He would anyway. So we've got one subscriber.
We'll go one. All right.
Thanks, Paul.
We'll get it going, Paul. Thank you. And your wife, that's two. Hope your wife does it too.
Yeah, his wife,
that's two.
You could use what you've done on audio as a learning curve, and I'm sure on YouTube that you could earn a few baht towards your next adventure. Yeah.
Well, that's
what we've done already.
Yes.
It's not really, it hasn't really taken off, but all it needs is, it could just sit there idle for months, and then someone listens to it, and then the algorithms kick in, and then
I don't know how that works, but something like that. Apparently, your on YouTube, your channel or podcast, what you want to call it, becomes great when people like your videos. If people click on like,
that's right.
That's what kicks the
That's
things.
Exactly right. That's what
I keep hearing about this on other people's YouTube stuff that they keep saying, please like and subscribe. It keeps the algorithm going.
So if you guys listening, we're not asking you to go on and listen to every recording on YouTube. Just get on there and like it, subscribe, get the YouTube channel up and running. And if that gets going, we'll obviously do we'll endeavour to do YouTube videos.
I think we're going to do it.
We're going to do it anyway, but just
it helps it along. I think
if we can make some coin, like Paul says, you could earn a few baht towards your next adventure. Anyway, so Paul goes on. Loved hearing about Hellfire Pass. We went to Kanchanaburi years ago, and I know exactly what you mean when you say that place does something to you.
Yep.
I never knew about the dawn service, so that's on for a future trip. I highly recommend the dawn service. That absolutely. Is really, really very moving. I just loved when you walk down the cutting and those, because I watched the movie Railway Man was on the other night.
Oh yeah. That's a good movie.
There was a scene where they're working at night and they've got all the fire down.
Yes, I've seen it.
I saw that and I just imagined that's what the cutting would look like. So it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
And make sure you look. I mean, you won't miss it, but there's the museum there too, Paul. Make sure you see it.
Yeah. Check out the museum. You got to spend a few days there. Yeah, definitely. The museums. You've done the cemeteries. You've probably done the museum as well then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Also, not Pattaya related, but wondering if you watched the TV series on the Bali bombing and if you've both been to Bali. Any thoughts on Bali versus Pattaya as a destination, pros and cons? Now, you might have to, because I've never been to Bali.
I've been to Bali twice. Actually,
I watched a little bit of the Bali bombing show. I didn't watch the whole thing. I was
not sure how it was portrayed over in the UK, but obviously the majority of I think there was 202 people died, and I think 88 of them were Australian. So the majority of the people who died during those Bali bombings are Australia. So it hit pretty hard down here, and it really, really affected tourism in Bali. The Balinese felt it too. It was really because people stopped going. Thoughts on Bali? I've been twice. I went back in the 90s with the ex-wife and another brother and his partner, and it was okay. Now, when you're saying compare it to Pattaya, I don't. If you talk about the bar scene, Bali has nothing. Bali has nothing on Pattaya. Pattaya kills it. Bali's bar scene is non-existent.
Is it a more family-friendly destination?
Family-friendly, yeah, definitely more family-friendly, and you get a lot of young Aussies going there and partying and carrying on. A bit like. That's why I'm not a big fan of Phuket. Phuket reminds me of Bali. There's a lot of young Aussies who just disrespectful and fucking get pissed and do dumb shit and ride motorbikes drunk, and it's that kind of thing. But they are different. There are different parts of Bali. There's Kuta, Legi, and that's where all the young dickheads hang out. You go a bit further out, a bit further north, I think, to Seminyak. Seminyak has a lot of nicer bars, probably more coupley. But as far as the bar scene goes, you can't compare the two. Pattaya is bar scene, girls for an older group, older demographic. I don't have a lot of experience with Bali, but from what I've seen of Bali, certain parts are for younger people, other parts are for older couples and families. So that's pretty much the only comparison I could make, actually, to be honest. So personally, if I was choosing a holiday, it would be Thailand every day of the week. I would fly that extra 3 hours to holiday in Thailand, and I would give Bali a miss. That's my opinion.
Are you talking about any location? Because if you are, I will say this: I love Japan.
Oh well, yeah, look, we're comparing the world to Pattaya. Well, that's another. That's an hour-long episode.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
maybe we shouldn't. If we're going to talk about,
if we're talking just Bali and Pattaya, pros and cons. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. As for a single guy, say of our age, I would bypass Bali and go straight to Pattaya.
Yeah,
I know because I was there. So I went there all those years ago, as I mentioned. But then I went with a group of mates on a boys' trip. I don't know if I've told this story,
but you would have had a good time anyway because you're mates.
We had a good time. So I got a great story. This is really funny. So I went with a group of mates, and they're all younger than I worked with them, so they're all younger than me. So every time we went out, we'd get ready and we'd all meet out the front of the hotel.
Is this the story I think you're going to tell?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, keep going. All right.
Is it worth?
Paul's wife should block her ears.
Look, you're asking me, comparing me to Bali.
All right, okay.
So this is the only decent Bali story I've got. We always, and everyone, the meeting point was at the front of the hotel. So we all just met at the front of the hotel on the street when we're going out for dinner or to the bar or something, you know. I'm an older guy, I don't have hair. I don't have to sit in front of the mirror, fix my hair. So I was always the first one out there. So this one night in particular, I'm sitting out there on my own waiting for the boys, and this very attractive Balinese girl approaches me. Now, it's a bit of a long story, but I'll cut it short. So long story short, she entices me to go for a massage. And I think, yeah, I've got 10 minutes, you know, the boys would be a little bit longer. So I go in, I derobe, she starting the massage, and the massage has a happy ending. So you know what I'm talking about when I say that, obviously.
Yeah, it was a good It was a good massage.
You've got to speak to my... So as the happy ending started, I said to her, hang on. I said, hey, now you've got to take your clothes off. So she's taken her clothes off. I'm going to try and say this in the nicest way possible.
I don't know how you can do that. It'll ruin the story.
So
it's all right. Paul's wife's blocked her ears.
She proceeds with the happy ending. And so I start, my hands start to wander, and I let a couple of fingers enter her love cave. Anyway.
You could have said just disappear.
We're getting into it, and I'm thinking, oh, she's loving this. She's a little bit wet. You know? Anyway, no worries. Job was done. I washed myself, cleaned myself up a bit, you know, get dressed. And
did you have a shower though?
No.
Okay, right.
So I thanked her and went on my way. So as I'm walking back to where the guys have all gathered around waiting for me, and they knew where I'd been. So as I'm walking back, I'm crossing the road, and they're all cheering and carrying on. And I went up to one of the young guys and said, I said, yeah, funny, and went up to the young blokes and shoved my finger in his nose and said, here, smell my finger. And he's going, oh, yuck, and pulled back. And as he's pulled back, he's going, oh, what's on your finger? I looked at my finger, and they were covered in blood.
Wow.
So I picked the wrong time of month.
No.
I picked the wrong time of month to get a massage. So I've panicked. Like, I was mortified. So I've gone and washed my hands. I bought sanitizer from across the street. This is before COVID, so this is before sanitizer was cool. Well, and I've cleaned my hands up. Anyway, the story's dragging a bit, but this is the best bit. So we head off to dinner, and one of the young guys had met an Aussie girl, met a Western girl. She's on holidays as well in Bali a few nights before, and he's organised her to meet up with us and go for dinner as well.
Yeah.
She's brought a friend along. No worries. People who know Bali, similar to Pattaya or Thailand, footpaths are narrow and a bit cramped, you know. So we're sort of walking 2 by 2 in double file, I guess you'd call it. And the young bloke is walking with the girl behind me and my mate. My mate's asked me where the hotel or where the cafe was we had breakfast. He goes, is this where the cafe we had breakfast this morning or something? I've gone, no, it's back there. So I've turned around and pointed, and
timing, man. Steve-O
can vouch for me. He's heard this from people that were present. I've turned around to point, and my finger, that finger has gone, she's talking, the girl behind me is talking, has gone straight in her mouth. And all the boys that saw it just stopped and froze because they knew exactly where that finger had been.
Yeah, but you'd sanitised it. So
yeah, I know, but still, I wouldn't have stuck it in my mouth, mate, even though I sanitised it.
It's the thought, isn't it?
So,
yeah,
not Pattaya or Thailand related, but that's my Bali story.
Well, Paul did bring it up, so
yeah. So anyway, look, again, I can't compare Bali to Pattaya. I wouldn't. For me, it's a no-brainer. Straight to Pattaya.
Straight to Pattaya.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Straight to anywhere in Thailand, actually. Yeah,
it's probably true too.
So anyway,
yeah,
he finishes off with keep it coming, lads. Be lucky. He's got his nickname there. I don't know if I'll read it out.
Yeah, don't. Just we'll leave it at Paul.
Yeah,
because he didn't say to say his name or not to say his name.
Yeah, so I know. We'll leave it.
There could be a million Pauls out there. So
yeah.
That's
so,
fine.
Anyway,
there you
that's
go.
us again,
that's
guys.
Yeah.
Just a reminder: keep your emails coming.
Yep.
Check out our socials. We're on TikTok and now Instagram, Pattaya _Downunder, and
kind of YouTube.
Kind of YouTube, yeah. Check us out on YouTube. Check out the 360 video. It's really good.
We put one up there. Yeah,
it was really good.
It was. We went to Soy Cowboy during the day when there was no one around.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was
probably a good thing.
Well, you probably see everything without people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, all right, good. And don't forget, guys.
Oh yeah. Just remember, love is just a bar stool away.
That's it. Thanks a lot,
See
guys.
you later, guys.
Take care.
Bye.